Hey, is this thing on? Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and deprogram your brain. I know it sounds a little crazy, but when you think about it, we have been conditioned to accept validation from others so much to where we struggle to actually validate ourselves. With getting a promotion at work, or finding a significant other to spend your life with, or getting some type of degree, diploma, certification to show that you're really good at something, or building your friend group, or attaining things in life like owning your home or buying your dream car. It all stems from validation from others. We are constantly told, if you are good, this is what you will get. And we're programmed that way from such an early age, even beginning like when you first go to school and you start to get awards for different things. Your mind is telling you, okay, if I do something really good, I'm going to have this reward, but it's coming from someone else. While external validation can be extremely helpful and it does have its place, today we're going to be focused on internal validation, because when all the praise from the outside stops, what are you going to do? You're literally left alone with yourself and your thoughts and your own personal self-confidence. So we have to make sure that you learn how to validate yourself so that if for some reason things go left, you know that you're good and you're always going to feel comfortable and confident being who you truly are. So let's get into 5 tips to increase your self-validation. The first one is self-awareness or self-reflection. You have to get in touch with your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your values to truly figure out who you are. Being self-aware is one of the most important aspects of figuring out how you can grow in life and what areas you need to improve. And that's where the reflection piece comes in as well. I think a monthly reflection is a really good habit to get into to see what went well this month, how are you feeling, what are some of the things that you did, how did you spend your time, who did you surround yourself with, because all those things can have a huge impact on how you're feeling about yourself. So once you look over that reflection, then become aware. What are some things that you can do and adjust to make sure that you are constantly striving to become a better version of yourself and that you are truly enjoying being who you are, you're finding your authentic self throughout this journey. The second thing that you have to do is to challenge your negative self-talk. You have to replace that self-criticism, which can honestly come very naturally, with self-affirming and positive thoughts. One of the things that I like to recommend often to my clients who may be struggling in this area of negative self-talk is to implement a thought bank. It's literally like a word bank that you would have on a worksheet that you did when you were in elementary school. You knew, here are the blanks, something from this bank has to go in each one of these lines, so my chances are probably pretty good. It's the same way that it works with your thoughts. Create a thought bank in your mind of things that you can automatically switch those negative thoughts from and turn them into positives. Now, this could be a variety of things. It could be positive affirmations that you have a running list of that you're able to switch over to, but it also could be things that are distracting, like a DIY project that you want to do, or something that you've been intending to work on, a new recipe that you want to make. Just having that thought bank in mind automatically switches your thoughts. It takes you in a whole other direction and you leave that negative thought behind, and eventually it's going to become a pattern. You're not going to automatically switch over to those negative thoughts. The positive things, the growth mindset is going to take over, and that is what is going to fill your mind and your time. The third thing that you can do to learn how to self-validate is to focus on your personal journey. You cannot get caught up in comparing yourself to others. Don't fall into the trap of thinking, wow, I should be at this point at a certain time in my life, or those are people who I went to school with and they've made so much progress, they've achieved this in their life, or all of my friends are in a relationship and that's something that I really want. What's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong because I don't have that in my life? You have to understand that progress and growth, those are all things that are continuous journeys, and your journey is going to look different from everyone else's, and your destination is probably going to look different from everyone else's too, and that is completely okay. This is your life. You are going where you want to go at the pace that works for you. And you also have to remember there are so many other factors that contribute to where people are in life, whether career, relationships, home, or anything in between. There are so many pieces to that puzzle, and sometimes your pieces just haven't fallen into place quite yet. Now, I'm not saying don't work toward putting those pieces into place or even creating your own puzzle if you have to, but at the same time, don't stress so much because you're getting sucked into comparing yourself to others. So every step that you take, you are continually learning how to validate yourself, celebrate what you have achieved, what you've done to work toward getting to that point, regardless of anybody else. It's about what you are doing, and that is wonderful, and that is beautiful, and that is what you should be focused on, not everything that's going on around you. Next up, goal setting is actually a really important part of self-validation because you're able to set a goal, create a plan to work toward it and achieve it, and realize the work that you put in is why you have made that goal your reality. When you set goals and you reach them, this can boost your self-esteem so much. So it's really important to make sure that whatever goals you are setting, they are attainable, but they're also going to have a long-term positive effect on your life, because that's going to motivate you to continue setting more goals, continue making more plans, being as prepared as possible so that you can reach those goals and feel the value and the benefit of them in your life. So start with things that are small, achievable, yet still really impactful, and continue to build from there. And it's not, again, wow, all the awards that you're receiving. Sure, typically when you work toward things, there is going to be external praise and validation that comes naturally with that process, but don't do it for that reason. Do it because you want to be proud of yourself. You want to celebrate yourself. You want to achieve something personally, not based on what everyone else wants for you. And finally, y'all know my favorite go-to, self-care and self-love are extremely important for self-validation. You have to engage in activities that make you feel good about yourself, whether that's exercising, trying something new, practicing mindfulness, or different creative pursuits. Dive into those intimate moments that you can have on your own where you are alone with your thoughts. It provides so much clarity and also so much insight on what your values are in life, where you want to go, what you want to be doing, and who you want to be spending your time with. So that way, when things are continually thrown at you, you're not like, oh wow, like there's a carrot dangling, this is what I should be doing, or this is the person that I should be with. No, you're focused on, hey, this is what I want. If the opportunity or the person comes along that then adds even more value or enhances my life in some type of way, sure, we can talk about it. But I'm not just gonna jump at the first thing or opportunity that comes up simply because it's there. Because I have taken time to care for myself, to pour into myself, to build a loving, trusting relationship with myself, which helps me to understand what I deserve and to know that I should always go for it regardless of everyone else's opinion. Overall, I really want you to have an important takeaway and something to remember from this video, and that is that self-validation is an ongoing process. And it's a process that involves building a healthy relationship with yourself, getting to know yourself, and enhancing your self-worth. All of those things are extremely valuable, and once you see how much those are impacting your life in a positive way, you are not going to fall back into the spiral of constantly seeking external validation from others. You are going to know yourself so well, know what you've accomplished, know what you've worked toward, that all of that doesn't matter. Your number one goal is making sure that you're happy, that you're good, and that you're pleased with what you have done in your own personal life. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Remember to validate yourself, because sometimes there may not be anyone else to do it for you. And also, your opinion is the most important one that truly matters. I will see you all in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber.